Mr. Park, your wife is really beautiful. Yeah, he took glass of wine. She was sitting there quietly. But she seems too young, isn't she? Mr. Kang, we are here for dinner, so we should focus on it. Yeah. Minje poured wine in glass and slid one glass towards wine. I don't want. She pushed away glass and started eating. Minje's jaw clenched and he again pushed glass towards her. Drink this. She didn't say anything nor look towards him. It increased his anger. He inhaled deeply and grabbed her jaw tightly. She controlled her painful hiss and he turned her face towards him. Baby, drink this. He was having a huge fake smile on his face while his eyes were clearing her, which only she saw. Oh, Mr. Park is so romantic. Of course I am. Right, sweetheart? Once I start getting teary, only she knows his act is not romantic. Drink this. He brought wine glass near her lip and tried to make her drink forcefully. One strong smell went in her nose and she felt like she will throw up right there. She immediately pushed away Minje's both hands. Wine glass slipped from his hand and fell on table. Everyone gasped in shock and got up from their seat, and wine covered her mouth and immediately ran out of that room. Why Mrs. Park did that? Minje's face clenched. He felt humiliated. Mr. Park, calm down, she spoke in whispered. Then was in hallway and he saw wine coming out of dining room and she ran towards washroom. He frowned. What happened to her? Wine. He went behind her. Ladies and gentlemen, have your seat. My wife was not okay. That's why she did that. You guys continue dinner. He went out of that room and everyone exchanged glances. Please continue. Sipa and she too went behind Minje. Wine, what happened? Open door. He knocked on door. Wine started catching her breath after throwing up. She was feeling too much weak. Wine, I'm fine. Let me be alone for some time. But please, Taehyung, I'm requesting. Go from here. Okay, but I'm here. Call me if you need anything. Wine hummed and her tears rolled down. Mr. Park, she grabbed his hand and he turned towards her madly. It's office, so don't fight with her here. It can harm your image. Who are you to tell me what I should do or what not, huh? I'm your secretary and it's my duty to protect your image. Minje sighed loudly and grabbed her hand. What are you doing? He didn't say anything and pushed her inside her storeroom, which was there. Mr. Park. He locked door behind and Sarah's face clenched on her clothes. I need to divert my mind right now. He pinned her on wall and smashed his lips on her. Taehyung sighed loudly and pushed his hair. His phone rang and he answered the call. What happened? Taehyung hung up the call. Mr. Park, it's not right time. Don't irritate me. He pulled down her dress from her shoulder and started kissing her neck, but a phone call disturbed him and he groaned in annoyance. He cursed loudly and took out his phone from his pocket and checked caller ID. Now why he is calling me? He answered the call. What happened? I saw a suspicious guy in CCTV footage. He was seen around office building. What? He went out of that room and Sarah pulled her clothes and leaned on wall while sighing loudly. Here, see this guy. He saw a CCTV footage in his phone in which a hooded guy was walking here and there in front office building. My team is searching him and you should go home. That will be safe for you. Minje sighed loudly and nodded. But catch that as soon as possible. Yeah, we are trying. Wine came out of washroom while expecting Taehyung must be waiting for her on door, but he wasn't there. She looked around for him and bit her lower lip. He said he will be here. He again lied. She blinked her eyes to stop her tears. She was feeling too much emotional and hurt. A guy came there and bowed. Mr. Park is leaving for home. He called you. I'm coming. He bowed and walked away. When Sayan went to his elevator. She took a glance of Taehyung and sat inside car. Taehyung went in his car and looked out of window. Sarah heard a knock on door. Who is it? It's me. Taehyung told me to drop you his house. She stand up from the floor. She collected her clothes and wiped her face before opening door. Wine came out of car and her gaze went on Taehyung. He was already looking at her. He slowly blinked while making eye contact with her. She looked down and headed inside the house. Check all security properly. Taehyung nodded and Minja went inside the house. Taehyung sighed loudly and rubbed his face. Wine saw Taehyung leaving. She inhaled deeply and looked towards the sky. Where are you? Wine bit her lip after hearing his angry voice, and she remembered what she did in office in front of his partners. Wine. She still didn't answer and her face clenched on railing in fear. She knew what's coming for her. Where the hell? Oh, so you are here. Wine turned around to face him while gulping. He came close to her with big steps and grabbed her tightly and she hissed. You know, I hate when anyone disobeys me, right? She didn't say anything and he grabbed her from the other hand. His grip was tight and she screamed in pain. Leave me. How many times do I need to teach you a lesson for behaving like Bharat, huh? His nails in her face again and she helplessly stared at him while trying to push his hand away. Leave me. Not until I bring your mind on its place. He pulled her more. She groaned in pain and stared at him. She took a deep breath and attack on his face. She grabbed his cheek in her hand and her nails in his skin. He groaned in pain. He left her hair and... So you start getting brave in influence of that boyfriend, huh? He again grabbed her. He was physically very strong in front of her and that's why she can't fight with him. I said leave me. I should leave you for some time. He started dragging her while grabbing her. Minjae. He pushed her away after coming out of main gate. Enjoy your night here. He went inside and Wine wiped her tears. She was feeling weak and dizziness. She inhaled deeply a few times to calm down herself and then she sat on ground. Mr. Park, she's not well. Please do her like this. Her health is not good and weather is also not good. Seems like it will rain and her health will get worse. Please bring her inside. Shut your mouth and go to do your work. And if you try to help her, then I won't mind your hand. He headed upstairs and Mrs. Cha sighed loudly. She was feeling bad for Wine. Thunder echoed and cold wind was flowing. Wine hugged herself to get some warmness, but it didn't help her and the raindrop started falling after some time. Why are you doing this with me? Just give me. She talked to God. She was completely helpless. Her head also started aching and she started feeling pain in her lower abdominal. She put her hand on her waist. Why this much pain you are giving me, God? What wrong I did? Am I really that bad person? Am I really that bad to get all these punishment in life? She asked from God, but she didn't get any answer in return. She sat there for a few minutes more and then got up and started walking away. Minjae inhaled deeply while looking at Wine from window. He saw her walking away. Wine reached in front of Taehyung's house. She knocked on door, but Taehyung didn't open door. He must be sleeping. She entered the password of door. Door got unlocked. She pushed it and went inside with tiny steps. And her heart broke after coming inside the house. She saw Taehyung and Sarah together again. She was lying on couch. Then kissed her forehead and lifted her in his arm and went towards bedroom. He didn't notice why. Her tears again rolled on and she covered her mouth from her hand to suppress her sob. Why? Words didn't form in her throat and her tears were rolling down continuously. She didn't stay there anymore and went out of Taehyung's house. She sat down on floor and leaned her back on wall. Is it normal thing? Having an affair with other person? She lived in a circle where she saw men having other women in their life for pleasure and no one ever said them anything. But still, she always dreamed for a partner who won't be like her so-called family. She always dreamed for a partner who will be only her and love her from bottom of his heart. She dreamed for a partner who will help her in escaping her toxic surroundings, but her one and only wish shattered when her parents forced her with Minjae. She lost her slight hope of getting freedom, love, care and happiness. She accepted her fate and started living life without any hope, wish and dream. But it's all changed when Taehyung entered in her life. He saw her a hope. His love and care was so precious to her and she started feeling like maybe she can also have love and happiness, but today that too broke. Everyone is same. Why I trust him easily? How I can think someone will love me? She wiped her tears and hugged her knees. She was feeling cold and several pain in her body. She tried to control her sob, but it wasn't in her control. She felt a hand on her head. She frowned and lifted her head and her eyes widened and breath heated. Minjae, why are you sitting here, sweetheart? Didn't your lover open door for you, huh? He grabbed her chin and she hissed in. Let's meet him. Come on, get up. He pulled her. She shook her head. Minjae, no, please. Let's go from here. He grabbed her arm and pushed her in front door and he pressed doorbell. Taehyung was trying to call Wine, but her phone was out of network coverage area. Where is her phone? He said loudly and doorbell ring. Hey phone. Who is here at this hour? He got up from bed and went to check who is on door. And his eyes widened after seeing Wine standing on the other side of door. And her condition was worse. She was drenched and she was crying. He immediately opened door. Hey, Wine. He held her arm and pulled her close and he helplessly stared at him. Why you came here like this? You could call me. Sorry, she mumbled and he frowned. Why are you sorry? Hello, Officer Kim. Taehyung turned his head to his voice and saw Minjae leaning on door. And he was smirking. Taehyung looked at Wine and she said sorry through her eyes. You know, I was searching for my wife's boyfriend like a crazy person and here my wife was having her time with her boyfriend in my own house without any fear. Isn't it too amazing, huh? He moved his hand to touch Wine, but Taehyung immediately pulled her behind and Minjae chuckled. Good, very good. But who will protect her from me after your, huh? Wine shook her head and Taehyung glared Minjae. Well, won't you welcome me in your house, huh? He pulled out his from his vest and Wine's eyes widened. Minjae, no. Please don't do this. This much love. Your love made me emotional, sweetheart. See, I'm crying. See my tears. He dramatically wiped his invisible tears and pointed on Taehyung.